In life, many times we have to go through something, fail, try it again, maybe even fail again, and the third time is the charm. It's really very rare in life that you do anything one time and you succeed. Even if you plan, you study, it's like, your first job, your first time doing anything, it's very rare that you do it well. Even the second time you do something, you may be a little bit better. It's really repetition. Third, fourth time, you heard three times. Three times is the charm. And I reflect on that at this point in my journey. I think that that's true. I think that part of that is endurance. Okay. I think that many people give up because going through one failure is hard, going through two is heartbreaking, and you get to a certain point where you just don't have the stomach to fail again. You almost rather not show up, not even try. And I get it too that there's some things in life you should give up. You shouldn't keep trying to do something. It's either you're just that's not your gift, that's not the right thing you should be doing, or there's certain things you shouldn't keep trying to do. It's like, let's say you were excessively gambling. You say, well, I'll get the next game. Obviously, or I get the next stock. You know, I get it. You need some fun in life, but I always say if you're going to do some type of gambling or risky investments, mitigate your risk. If anything, at least, you minimize the damage. You learn from one, two, three times failure. I think about that with marriage. Of course, everyone, gets to decide that. I have seen some people after their third or time or marriage or so, it sticks. I don't know. I think about that with my property. I bought the second property recently. I think, wow, in some ways it was easier. In some ways, there's failure. I don't know, but I think about the general idea that three times a charm, that we have to go through failure to get better. And that, there's that quote that success is going from one failure to another without loss of enthusiasm. Without losing your encouragement, without losing your inspiration. That's hard. Huh. I'll tell you, this life, this world beats you up so much, especially when you make mistakes and you fail. I mean, how do you stay enthusiastic? Huh. It's a miracle. Or it's just you have a certain level of strength you're born with. I mean, I understand, I have empathy. People just don't have a certain strength in their will and in their spirit. I could see how it's just crushing. I mean, even me, the world could crush me, and I feel that in some ways I've been blessed with a level of strength. So I try to speak to that pain out there. I try to speak to myself and everyone. This is what I go through in life. Is all I could say, okay, is, on your bad days, you're just trying to get through the day. When you don't want to do nothing, just do your responsibilities, do something, because eventually you get your win back, you get your enthusiastic back, you get ahead of the game again. But when you really get beat up, you don't want to try again. You don't want to keep going again. And again, there's some things that, are very toxic. You shouldn't keep going. You should exit out of. I mean, the tough thing is when you get into something, it's hard to get out of something. And it's overwhelming to get out of something because there's going to be pain and all this change again. But, if you have to get out of a marriage, if you have to get out of a property, if you have to get out of an investment, you have to. I mean, you have to get out of it too, knowing that that may not be the right thing. It's tough. Failure's tough. Cutting your losses is tough. I think about the times, you can sell an investment and then it goes up and then you beat yourself up. But you could look at life like that and you can never move forward. You could sell a property and then a year later it'd be worth more, and you could beat yourself up. It's very rare in life that you'll time everything right, that you'll get every business opportunity right, every investment, every relationship. Impossible. It's impossible to get everything right all the time. Obviously, over time, you want to get more things right than wrong. Of course, I do think about, the Thomas Edison's, how many times he's failed, thousands and thousands of times. You think about even very successful business people, the amount of failure, but the amount of perseverance to keep trying. Not just on the third time, but the fourth, the fifth, the 500th time. And you think about the tenacity, the will, the endurance to show up, the ability to keep going, to keep your enthusiasm. I mean, this is why that's an inspiring quote, that success is going from one failure to another without loss of enthusiasm. And I could tell you, I lose my enthusiasm in times. I lose my inspiration. I lose my joy. I've had my joy crushed. If you've lived long enough in this world, you've had it crushed. But I just show up as best I can, because I found that if I don't, my soul just gets crushed more. And when I say show up, I always say that, and it's in various ways to various people. Certainly it applies to your job, certainly applies to going to the gym, certainly applies to go for a walk, certainly implies to take a shower daily, certainly it implies to make a video, certainly it implies to make a delivery. It implies to do whatever you need to do for you to keep yourself going in a forward momentum for your dreams and your goals and your aspirations. Even when you're in the midst of failure, can you do it? And I certainly say with the grace of God, and I certainly say, though, through failure, I curse God. I want to be honest. It's a duality that even they said it in the Bible. Even the great people have done it. Curse God, and it's just tough, guys. But I want to stay positive. Okay? You want to keep your faith as best you can. You want to thank God. It's just tough as you get older, because you get more bitter. Okay? And you've been through more, and you just say, why do I have to fight so much? Why do I have to fight so much? Just to, not to own the world, but to own my life. Just to have a peaceful, positive life that inspires me. Look, guys, everyone wants to have unlimited money and all that, but I think most people, guys, just want to live they don't want to have to worry excessively about money, but they don't want to own the world. They just want to have a peaceful, positive life and, be able to do what they want for the most part. And not even like a complicated luxury life, just simple life, but, and it's like, why do I have to fight so hard just for that? Just for my health? I mean, you got to fight so hard for your health, to eat healthy, to stay active. That's a fight. Why? Don't even get caught. Just do what you need to do. The more you do, the less you try to figure it out. So, those are my thoughts this morning as I push myself, structure myself to do what I need to do. And, I hate doing things 3-4 times. I hate having to keep overcoming failure. But, things get easier over time, the more you do them. And remember to start and take it one step at a time. And just do what you can. Okay. And I thank you for watching. I hope these words and my soul and what I share in the videos help you in some way. They add value. They add inspiration. They add direction, information, motivation. If they do, please click the thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. Leave a comment below. If you want to support the channel, you click the blue join button. Be a member. Get unlimited live access. Thank you to all my members. Don't take you for granted. You can give this video a specific super thanks. I appreciate that. But do what you need to do for you, guys. I'm trying to do what I need to do for me. I'm grateful for YouTube, where I can use my gift, a creative side hustle. Allows me to share without being too, in one sense I wanted to be a pastor, but in the other sense I didn't want to go to church every Sunday and deal with people. And then at a certain point, I don't really want to preach just religion. I want everyone to figure out their own faith. And I still curse God, so I thank God. I don't want to act like I'm blaspheming, but it's just that this life, you're trying to, figure it out, so... But either way, guys, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay? You understand. If you don't, all I can do is what I can do. Thank you for watching. Stay positive, best you can. Take care of your health, one day at a time, one day at a time. Thank you for watching.